Oof, not bad at all. Okay. All right, enough combiners. Hello, welcome back to Outside the Box. Yep, this is the third one that I film in the same day, if you can't tell by my awesome t-shirt. And we're gonna change things up here a little bit. I've condensed the two boxes into one, and I think the next thing I want to open up is gonna be one of the famous DNA design upgrade kits, DK30SS. Oh, it just says 86 Galvatron upgrade kit? Well, it says kits, but it's only one kit. It's fine. I don't remember them actually putting the name of the figure that it's upgrading on the boxes. That's brave of them. All right, don't get into trouble, DNA. Now, they put out, I think, a kit before, but it was a little bit different. I don't remember exactly what it was doing. I know it had some height extensions for the shins, right? And I didn't pick it up. I forget why not. It didn't really call to me that much. But this one, I think the biggest thing here for me is that, see here on the back, we have an updated helmet on here, which is a vast improvement. It looks like a vast improvement over the actual SS86 Galvatron helmet. It's not pointy enough for the horns, which this one fixes that. And on top of that, we have options for different faces too. That's awesome. Other things that it upgrades, we do have an actual chain for the Matrix of Leadership, a blast effect, a weapon. He actually comes with an actual blaster. I don't know if that's something from the comics. I don't remember having one in the animated movie. I could be wrong. Some various little doodads here, and those same height extensions that I'm actually not sure that he needs personally. I've never really been convinced that it looks all that great. It's like very obviously something that gets added to the figure. And he seems, for me, big enough as is. Sadly, I don't have him out here. He's in my big bad box of backlogs right now. So I'll have to check this out some other time, how it's going to be on the actual figure. Maybe when I do the eventual repaint. Oh, we actually get a slick little pin puncher here in the bag. There's going to be some pins that we need to remove. I don't know for what. I'm not sure which parts. Maybe it's for the shin extensions, but that's cool that we get that included. I'm sure it can come in handy. The one that I own has worked beautifully up to this point. Sometimes it gets a little bit bent though, because I mean, I've hammered the hell out of that thing for a while, and I just have to grab some pliers and like straighten it out, but it's prone to rebending. It's probably gonna break on me sometime soon. So I'm glad to have this one. Some instructions on how to put our extras together. Where do we need the punch pin exactly? There's a screw for the head, so that's good. Screws for the legs. I don't actually see where you need the punch pin. Oh, we get wide pin covers too. Famously, some of the first ones had the shoulder assembly backwards, so you had this wide pin showing up in the front, and it required some disassembly to get that fixed, which is, I think it's still the one that I own. I never got like the second one that had, I think, a different shade of purple, maybe? But being able to cover that up, gonna be nice. I'm not seeing anywhere on here where you need the pin puncher, but I'm still happy to have it. Wow, I wanna take a look at this weapon here. How is this? It's not 3D printed. They don't, DNA Design doesn't really 3D print their parts, right? Now this is actually molded just like something Hasbro would make, but look at the design of this thing. That's a beefy little weapon here. And I do like the detailing on this. And no real hollowness, as you would typically expect from like a Hasbro design thing. I mean, there's literally a hole through this part here, but that's just part of the design. We do get a blast effect. Oh, that's hella loose. Yeah, that's not really gonna hold. I mean, as long as you don't point it down. Just extremely loose on this thing. Not so much that it's gonna just fall off. And I like how it's not like a super soft plastic, so it doesn't sag down on the weapon. It does a job, looks nice. Yeah, having an actual chain for the Matrix of Leadership would make it a bit more cartoon accurate. He's gonna look like he's blinged out though, huh? That just makes it look that much more natural. Oh, we do get updated fists too that are now articulated. Ooh, nice. Yeah, these look nice. Yep, fantastically designed. Oof, that is hella tight, dude. There we go. I think they were just stuck a little bit. And it's the typical articulation where the index finger is separate from the other three fingers, and they have 2 joints Looks like the first and second knuckles. Basically what you would need. It's now at parity and matching with 86 Megatron. Okay, we have some little joint sections here. Not sure where these go. Let me take a look. Looks like somewhere in the legs. I think it's to facilitate the shin extensions, which is this piece here. It's gonna give him that much more height. Yeah, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually utilize this. I'll definitely see how much taller he would be compared to 86 Megatron. I wouldn't want him to be taller than him. I may not even use him. So we'll see about that. And what's cool about the new face plates is that he finally does have his little beard or his little soul patch properly painted in, whereas it wasn't on the original figure. That's good. I think you end up using the original eyes because more than likely once you unscrew it, the eyes are going to be joined onto the back part of the helmet, and then the crown and the face are in the front. I think that is what's going to happen. Okay, so here's the actual updated helmet. And again, I love the updated design here for the actual crown. That looks a heck of a lot sleeker. We have a peg hole here in the center. That's meant for the face plates, but I may need to shave them down a little bit. They don't seem to want to plug in. Wow, yeah, it's a pretty tight fit. We're gonna have to sand things down just a little bit, but that's one of the face plates on there, which looks really good. And then we just have the eye holes that are gonna be peeking through once we have it all built together. Okay, I like having that extra option though. Awesome, 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 awesome. Now to get it back off, gonna be another mission. There we go, okay. And then also what we have in the bag here, it looks like on this little sprue were the pieces to fill in the Y pin holes on the shoulders too. They have a little bit of a design to them as well, so it's not gonna be completely flat. It'll still have something in there, I think, in case we need to remove them for whatever reason. So that's good. Okay, so that's a nice little kit. Not the most substantial thing that DNA has offered, but it doesn't have to include a million pieces. Some of the later kits are gonna be quite a bit more robust, especially when we get to some of those combiners too. I'm happy to have this, good stuff. I'll put this away with the rest of my other DNA kits. Damn, I've got a backlog for those as well. Okay, I think for the other item that will open up here, as you already know, it's gonna be Transformers Age of the Prime from the 13, Megatronus the Fallen. Definitely a bit of a hefty dude. This is probably the 1/13th Prime that I have been itching to open up because he is probably one of the more recognizable ones. Heavily inspired by the Fallen back from the Dreamwave comic book days. And I love what they've done here. On the back, some nice renders of the bot and his tank mode. Once again, getting another tank, good stuff. And he has his awesome, is it also a fusion cannon? I'm not sure. It is an arm weapon though. Oh, and if you want to translate this, go ahead and do so. I'm guessing it just says drink more Ovaltine. All right, let's get him out. Let's get him out. I've actually been going back and forth if I want to complete the 13 primes. I recently, I guess kind of confirmed that Titan class one, Star Convoy or Star Optimus Prime is one of the 13 primes, and there's no way, absolutely no way I'm picking up that dude. He looks fine, he looks fine. I don't have a place for that in my collection though, unfortunately, so I'm gonna be left with 12. I hope whatever thingamabob all of their accessories combined to isn't something that I actually want, or I'm gonna be in trouble. Anywho, yeah, this is a beefy boy here. Quite a bit going on. It's got a nice little sword, if we can extract it. Oh, peg's in the way, got it. There we go. He's got a baton? I don't know what the hell this thing is for. There we go, that one there. And still, God, quite a big bag of extra goodies here. Oh, that's right, yeah. Oh, got some awesome fiery add-on bits here, which have some really nice shading onto them. It's like an orange, soft, clear plastic, but with some deeper orange highlights there on the ends. Looks perfect. We get two big ones and two little ones. And we still get some more bits. This, I'm guessing, is for the baton stick. Wow, he gets also like a barrel that looks like it's from a gun. Very 86 Megatron, huh? And then this thing Little missile launcher there, it looks like. Okay, where does everything go? Oh yeah, this guy's decked out. Oh, this thing, okay. This, super soft plastic. Like, it's basically rubber on this thing. This is not gonna get repainted at all. At all, okay. And this just kind of plugs into here, just like that, okay. The missile launcher bit is gonna peg in right on top of here, just like that. Now, why couldn't that have already been on there? I guess because it then just has articulation, right? Great, okay. This other weapon that he has on the other shoulder here. Oh, it also articulates. Well, what the hell's going on? It articulates, but it's on a ball joint, so that's not really meant to come off. Okay, where does this extra barrel go? That is for the fusion cannon. It fits on here. I don't think I see the instructions telling us to do that. I mean, it shows where you store it. I mean, you could do that if you want to. You could do whatever you want. We'll give him a sword. Wait, no, that doesn't just plug in. Oh, he does have articulation for the hands, and that pops in there. Okay, good. Good. Damn, dude, how many weapons do you need, bro? This one pops in here. Good. This one pops. There are 2 peg holes on his arm. Does it say which one to use? No, it just kind of vaguely point towards it. So this is the cannon pegged into the front peg, so you can see that. And then this is it pegged into the back peg. And they both don't look bad. Based on the pictures here though, it looks like it's more meant to be on the front peg. So if we're looking at the whole thing, something like that. That does look good. That looks pretty decent. Okay, so the other weapon, I see there is some articulation here on this peg. You can fold that down, and there is a peg on the side of the backpack here where you can plug that in like this, and I'm guessing also fold it forward. Does that look okay? It looks fine, I guess. That's the one thing that kind of sticks out. It very much looks like Megatron's. I've got him right over there. I don't want to reach over there though, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it sits at an angle. Okay, I'm not crazy about that look. This little bit sticking out kind of starts interfering with the missile launcher that's right here. So yeah, and there's like a, not really a butterfly. Well, I guess you can call it that on the shoulder, but it doesn't want to stay in place. It moves around pretty easily, and it's also just the entirety of the shoulder that's preventing it from going straight forward. That's fine. Now there's other peg holes here if you prefer like a more actual Megatron look. There's one, whoop, it's coming apart here. There's one right there in the back. And so then you can do that if you want to. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look bad. Then we have the fire bits. 2 big ones go on the shoulders. There's pegs there on the sides. Feels just a tiny bit loose. It feels fine. And then 2 for the back. Oh man, that looks so damn good. He's a bit fussy, especially those shoulders. I'm trying to get him into a decent looking pose. God, he looks glorious though. Take a look at that. Oof, fantastic, man. Now, the only slight, I don't know if it's a negative thing, the little fire bits that are on the backpack now kind of block the view of this little cannon. So I guess maybe that's why they say to have it there on the side. I'll go ahead and make that change. Okay, all right. But you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever the hell you want, okay? You paid good money for this, change it. Yeah, and it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Sitting there at an angle, okay. Yeah, this guy, this guy has a lot going on here, man. But the fire accessories really do bring out, they give him his own unique look about being a flame, how he was in those old comics. I remember many years ago when we had that titanium line of Transformers, the Fallen had one, and I remember it wasn't a bad figure. A lot of them were really bad though. A lot of them were terrible. I don't remember the Fallen being particularly bad. He had this backdrop. Well, no, he had a backpack that I think were the tank treads, but it was sitting higher up on his back. And the flames, there was like a flame design over the backpack, and it gave a very similar look to it. He didn't have anything this extravagant like on the shoulders or anything, but it had a nice look to it. It had a nice look to it. And they've given us something just that much better for this version of the Fallen. Oh, very nice. The design is exquisite. The level of detailing, it's an inspiration of the Dreamwave Comet. It's not a one-to-one lift from the comic, I don't think. I think there's some changes made to it, which I'm perfectly fine with. but his look is pretty much cemented to make it recognizable as far as who he is. Also, there's a lot of like little vents throughout the body and also on his mouth plate that just makes it seem like he's got a flame inside of him. I did see a very nice, I think it's a Toy Hack sticker set that adds some more gradient to those vents. It goes from like a yellow to like an orangey kind of a color, which I think looks great, better matches the clear fire accessory bits. And as I'm thinking about what I would do for an eventual repaint, I would more than likely spray paint that kind of a gradient myself. You would need a heck of a lot of masking for that. Maybe, if possible, have like a glow-in-the-dark kind of a paint too. Glow-in-the-dark paints tend to be more of like a neon color, so I don't know if that would impede the fiery look overall, but then just imagine having that glowing in the dark, and maybe, if possible, some kind of LEDs for the clear fire bits. If you can have like LEDs that have like an effect where it imitates like a flame. They have those like on those fake candles. My mom has a bunch of those. I don't know. I don't think it'd be hard to program an LED to do that, but it would be pretty tricky to then figure out the whole wiring mechanism for that guy. I don't know if I would go that far. That's a pie in the sky kind of a thing. It would look fantastic though. It really would. It really would. But as far as looks, just looking at him, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. But the feel, I have been struggling a little bit just to get him posed properly. And I think part of it is that he has a lot of accessories going on, weapons and fire bits, so it takes just a little bit of doing to get him looking right with everything there. The shoulders do feel a little bit loose though. I'm not gonna lie about that. You try to move a forearm and it's gonna be a dislocated shoulder pretty soon, it looks like. And that's just out of the box, so I can only imagine how he'll hold up down the road. But thankfully with those big chonkers though, see, and it's already like I'm holding him on the backpack, and there's these bits that just kind of fold out of the way here. So I have to be mindful of that. But once you know what's going on, you can get a good grip. What I was saying, he's got some nice big chonkers, so at least he doesn't have a hard time standing up. He stands up beautifully. Oh, it's so good. So good. I like his color as well. This is a rare Transformer where it's a little bit hard to tell what's painted and what is just bare bones plastic. Like, I believe the crotch plate is purple plastic, but it's got a shiny chrominess to it. There's a bit of a texture to it, and then that is recreated perfectly on this leg section that is like a dark metallic-y gray, but it has the knee section painted to perfectly match that purple section. They are a real identical match. Wow. Maybe just a bit more shininess to this because it is painted compared to the crotch plate. And then on top of that, we have the yellow right there in the vent painted in as well. Ah, nice. And it looks like for the feet, they are also in that purpley plastic, as you can see there, but then the toes themselves are now painted in that dark metallic gray, like a gunmetal that matches the shin area. Well, no, it's different. It's different. The shin area is like a dark gray. Dark gray here, gunmetal down here, but then also gunmetal here on the thighs. Is this painted? Is that painted? I don't know. I think it is. I think it's also that dark gray plastic and then painted gunmetal on top of that. But that's just great. Oh man. Obviously no Decepticon symbol on this guy. This guy, I think, predates Decepticon symbols. Or if you're going by Transformers 1, the movie, or I think it's pretty much overall canon for most Transformers continuities. I'm not sure, but the Decepticon symbol, I think, comes inspired from his face, right? Although we know that in real life, it's ironically based off of Soundwave, but he definitely has that Decepticon symbol-y kind of a face on him, which then ironically Tarn takes to a whole new level and has just a Decepticon symbol for a face, more of a mask, but still, I love that. I love that. I love the level of detailing that he has here as well. Everywhere you look, let's take a look at the back here. Exquisite detailing here. Nice bit of a backpack, but he's got it in the comics, if I remember correctly. Definitely the Titanium figure had a backpack, so it's accurate to the character, which is going to be, I think, just some, I don't know if actual tank treads. I don't think I see. No, I do see some tread detailing, I think. Yeah, I think so. We'll find out here soon enough. Oh, definitely behind the legs, have some tread detailing there. Again, very much a la 86 Megatron. It makes it much more appropriate for Megatron to also be a tank as well, right? Also, what's impressive really not much hollowness that I can see. The typical culprits would generally be like in the forearm section. No hollowness there. Maybe like the tiniest bit here in the inner bicep area. We see where the mushroom peg connects to the shoulder bit. And then right next to that, we have the tiniest bit of hollowness in this little section there. That is so minimal though, man. That is not gonna bother me one bit. And then inside the thighs, what's interesting is that there seems to be like another separate piece inside of them. But whatever the case is going on, at least there's no real hollowness there. It's truly filled in with just robot-y bits. Wow, okay. Everywhere I look, I'm just seeing extra details here. I thought this was inner robot mechanical bits here in this side torso section, but it looks like it's more tank sections just kind of peeking through there. But it looks like just extra detailing though. I like that. And I will show off here the hands just a little bit. I love the molding on them. They've got the little bit of extra pointed fingers, makes them look like talons, and nice articulation on them as well. Of course, there is wrist rotation. Good. Good. Here's the separation on the shoulder bits that I'm kind of talking about. You kind of just accordion it back into place, and it does hold. I'm just kind of handling the heck out of it though, and the fire bits are kind of popping out too. Not surprising though. I mean, once you just have it nicely posed, no issues whatsoever. This guy is just a feast for the eyes. There's a lot going on here, but it's not overly busy as well. Definitely more weapons than I thought he was going to come with. Impressive stuff. Very good. You know what? He's just a hair taller than Megatron, which I think is appropriate too. I mean, Megatron just feels much more sturdier though. Man, but seeing these two together is freaking awesome. Look at that. Now that I have them out here though, I will show you the comparison that nobody's talking about. What the hell's going on with this? What is going on with these two pieces? Like, obviously this fits for Megatron. He was originally a Walther P38. This, I have no clue how it fits into the whole aesthetic of Megatronus. It doesn't really fit because it looks so iconically like the barrel of a gun, right? It's curious that he has that. But again, I like how you can just fit it onto his arm cannon though, and really give it an extension if you want to do that. I think the only thing that is also off is just the color. It's just like black plastic, or that really, really dark gray plastic. I think maybe painting it with a matching gunmetal like we have here on this section, it would flow. It would flow a lot better. I don't know. I might just leave it like that. But then if I do that, I might choose the higher peg hole so it doesn't look like crazy long. But then you can achieve something like this. That's crazy. That's crazy, and I love it. I love it a lot. Okay. All right, let's put him over here. Let's check out Megatronus's tank mode. Oh, I'm guessing that barrel's gonna go there too. I'm gonna peek ahead. Yes, that's where it goes. Okay. Oh, he is more or less in one piece now. And then the accessories, oh, I see. These two do combine like so. Bigger weapon. And then it looks like the little flame bits have another peg hole that you can't really make out too much, but then that goes on the side here. Cool. Okay. Sure. And the big fiery bits now go on top of here. And here is Age of the Primes, Megatronus the Fallen in his tank mode. The transformation was interesting. Definitely a little bit finicky, as is many transformations that are just a little bit complicated the first time around. I'm still kind of massaging things together. Some interesting things that he does. A lot of things that swing around where you wouldn't expect. I might have some things a bit loose, but I think I have everything pegged in. No, some parts did kind of come loose right here. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna keep dealing with it too much. The tank mode itself is, I mean, it's coming from a figure that's visually pretty captivating to look at, but now it's all reorganized in a manner to give us a tank. And for the most part, it works. Now, the fiery bit accessories they're obviously meant primarily for bot mode. You've got them on the shoulders, you've got them on the back. The flames are going up, as flames typically do. Now, here though, because they're kind of pegged in to a side, the flames are kind of going towards the middle of the tank. They're not really going upwards as you would expect them to. So it looks just a little bit off because of that. We do have the smaller flames here on the side. I wish they could have been implemented into the tank mode itself. You really can though. You still have pegs back here that you can utilize instead of on the weapon. Although now you're blocking some of the other little weapons there on the back. But if you wanted to, you could totally do this. And I think that mixed together with the bigger flames, it starts to look a little bit more natural with the flames not going upward. Maybe it's just a me problem. You know how you expect flames to behave and whatnot. I like the look of this. I like it. This is the official Hobbies with Jose way of having Megatronus' tank mode. And it still looks cool to have the weapon still combined, attached to the side here. It can definitely do some damage to you. The central tank barrel though has a little bit of articulation. Yeah, you can have it point up quite a bit. I don't know if it's because of the general looseness. We have a couple of pegs that don't want to stay in place back here, and I don't think it's due to the figure itself. It's just me maybe not having pegged in certain parts 100%, but it looks overall fine. I think maybe there is a general lack of cohesion to the figure. Normally on Transformers tanks, you have a pretty solid like front piece for the tank, and here we have like the backpack parts that have some nice spikes on them. They look great. This center piece though is just parts of the chest twisted and folded around, so it doesn't really look like a unified piece all that much. It doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all, but I've seen better fronts of tanks. And I think for something this big, this monstrous, you would maybe want a more cohesive, more unified look for the tank. But you know what? I might be just nitpicking here. This looks very good overall. Definitely striking with the flames onto the tank itself. Definitely has some articulation for the main cannon. That's always good. Does it rotate? Yes, it does. I don't know if it'll do a 360 with the weapon here attached. Let's see without it. Can we do the full 360? Again, there's something that's just unpegging here on the back. It does the full 360. You can do the full 360 if that's super important to you. Okay, the more I kind of mess with it, the more it starts to kind of fall apart on me. And it does have wheels on the bottom. Total of 4 wheels. I have to kind of hold down like the 4 corners so that the wheels all make contact. Otherwise, there's a bit of a ricketiness to it. Again, I think it's me that maybe didn't connect every single peg that I could have, but it rolls perfectly fine though. No problems there. Yeah, this guy is definitely much more impressive in his bot mode for sure, but you get, can I just, damn it. No, disconnected here. Wait, okay. All right, we're still okay. You get pretty decent looking tank at the end of the day that I'm hoping is gonna be better once we're more used to the transformation sequence. I think I may have just butchered it a little bit. There is quite a bit going on, but nothing that was frustrating though. Get them today if you can find them. I actually do recommend this. I really do. You know, at first I was pretty adamant about not picking up the 13, except for a few key figures. This guy I was always gonna get. No regrets. He's fantastic, mostly in bot mode. And I was pre-ordering the other 13. Well, not Star Convoy. That dude's just way out of my ballpark. But then I changed my mind and I canceled some. But then I kind of changed my mind again. I said, you know what? I am gonna get at least the 12 primes. A lot of them do look very unique. Alchemist Prime that we unboxed quite some time ago just seemed like a very regular dude. I'm impressed with this guy, even though the tank mode is not the most solid thing in the world. Again, probably due to me, right? And I am looking forward to the others, except Star Convoy. I think there's a very good chance you'll have a better time at getting this into tank mode than me. I'll definitely still transform it a few times, and I'm sure it's gonna be more solid afterwards though. But maybe it still won't be perfect, and that's just how it is. Still happy with it though. It's a great figure. It's a great figure. Look, I'm not getting paid to do this, right? I paid good money to have this guy. And I think it's just me realizing that I need a little bit of practice with the transformation just to get it solidly into one piece. But still, fantastic figure, and I'm looking forward to the others. I really am. But hey, hope you had fun watching as much as I had a good time transforming. Well, I had a better time with the bot mode. Look, I hope you enjoyed this video, okay? Maybe it's just the fact that I'm hungry. I'm about to get lunch, and I'm thinking tacos. Yeah. Hey, if you'd like to support the channel, you've already done so. Thank you. You can go above and beyond if you like by just liking, subscribing, leaving a nice comment. Did you have a hard time with the transformation? Let me know. Let me know. I'm curious. You can, of course, also become a channel member and utilize some awesome emotes here. And hit up the merch store for some fantastic stuff there. But if you'd really like to support, you can head on over to patreon.com/hobbieswithjose and check out all the tiers available to you. Plenty of behind-the-scenes photos and videos of my latest unboxings. Yeah, I'll get them back into bot mode and take some nice pictures. And of my latest customs, which as of this recording, I'm gonna start real soon. Getting to work on Breakdown. So many plans for that guy. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are as well. But till the next one, keep on customizing and have fun doing it, okay? And have fun transforming figures too. Try to have a great time with it, even if it's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. All right, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.